What's up, everybody? It's Bodyhead Productions here, and today we're going to be talking about Soul Calibur 2. What is it that makes a great fighting game? Functional mechanics, unique skill sets, a wide varying roster, and great level design sure did the trick for Soul Calibur 2. With a solid base from the first game, the second took the fighting world game by storm, and a standout franchise became a permanent addition to this genre. Soul Calibur 2 takes place 4 years after the first one, and I'm stating right now, this video is not about the story of Soul Calibur or Soul Edge, because to be completely honest, I'm still not entirely sure what the hell is going on here. I know Soul Edge is demanding souls, Nightmare is killing off half the population of Europe, and he's possibly beaten by Siegfried? Or does Siegfried become Nightmare? That's where I lose track of everything. Basically, I'm not sure, and that's why this video is not about the game's story. The story is about as stable as the relationship of Kazuya and Heihachi. Which brings us to the first topic, characters. Aside from Smash, one of the only games I remember ever having crossover happening was Soul Calibur 2. Link went to war on the GameCube, Spawn on the Xbox, and everyone's favorite dad, Heihachi, on the PlayStation 2. And in a day and age of stereotype fighting characters, Soul Calibur 2's roster always felt like one of the pioneers, a real legit roster. They had your typical huge monster character, Astaroth, the honor-driven samurai of Mitsurugi, or the classic undead pirate murderer, Cervantes. And what a goddamn great name for a pirate. But anyway, they felt like individuals and unique to the Soul Calibur world. These three characters are a great representation of the series as well, with the madness, chaos, and just pure size of Astaroth, and everything he stands for, to the honor code of Mitsurugi, the complete other end of the spectrum. But the best thing about these characters is how their paths meet. Soul Edge, in some weird way, connects all of them, and individual encounters happen because of this. Each character has a detailed backstory and is living out their own individual life until Soul Edge changes the entire trajectory of their lives. What once seemed important, now gone with Soul Edge's influence. We're going to use my favorite character, Maxi, for example. How his path leads to his rivalry with another member on this roster and what becomes of it. So, Maxi was a freelance pirate in the first game, and while at port, his crew is attacked by golems and by these lizard monsters, and most of them end up murdered, but you find out this whole attack is led by Astaroth. Now, Astaroth is one of the biggest fan favorites in the game, keep this in mind, it'll play a part later. So Maxi, with the help of Keelik, another playable character who you meet moments before Astaroth's attack, stop the onslaught, but not before they lose an artifact that causes Keelik to go mad. Maxi's brother is killed, Astaroth escapes, all of Maxi's men are dead, so Keelik and Maxi travel together, and Maxi swears revenge on Astaroth. Eventually, at Ostrheinsburg Castle, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but that's what it looks like. At this castle, shit goes down. Maxi meets Astaroth in one-on-one combat. Maxi kills him, exacts his revenge. But the god of war, Ares, opens up the ground, sending Maxi packing. See ya! So Soul Calibur 2 takes over with Maxi recovering from these wounds. He's badly damaged after the fight with Astaroth and Ares opening up the hole. And he's being treated by a village elder of sort. Twist is, the village elder is healing him with an unknown shard that turns out to be a fraction of Soul Edge. This heals him, but Maxi comes back with a murderous desire for revenge, and a complete lack of memory for any of the things he once loved. He has no memory of his old crew. Soul Edge might have healed him, but it took part of him as well. Ares also resurrects Astaroth to continue his search for Soul Edge, and him and Maxi's tale only continues from there. Now we'll talk about Cervantes. Cervantes is one of Soul Edge's saddest victims. Upon capturing Soul Edge, he lost his mind, the sword took over, and Cervantes massacred his entire crew. Cervantes is eventually killed by a combo of other characters putting him down, but is revived through unnatural means. The shards of Soul Edge lodged inside of him, much like Maxi, healed him. Upon his resurrection, though, he searches day and night for Soul Edge, even though he knows he is a slave to it, like a drug addict. This takes him as far as attempting to kill his own daughter, Ivy, another playable character, for Soul Edge. The cool thing about this sword is it reaches these characters in very different ways, yet it's the connecting piece. And the characters are never the same after they come in contact with Soul Edge. It's almost like the ring in Lord of the Rings. It has like this terrible after effect that just, it absorbs people's minds. They become infatuated with it. They can't get over it. And on top of these detailed character backstories, Their own individual fighting skills are very unique as well. From different weapons to different martial arts, no character really plays it the same. You can really perfect your favorite character and find which styles counter others, you know, typical fighting game stuff. Unique characters, personalities, and to take a page from Westworld, backstories. These are even more personified by the stage levels, which are based after these same character backstories. Baldo will fight in his forgotten vault. Ostrheinsburg Castle will be Nightmare's stomping grounds. The levels are detailed and thought out, based on the people you fight as. Soul Calibur really just tied together all these super cool characters with one even cooler super item, Soul Edge. It affected this entire universe and really shaped its surroundings. These characters' stories didn't happen without Soul Edge. Soul Calibur 1 created a phenomena. The crossover characters of Soul Calibur 2 sped up the hype train, and the actual game was as infatuating as Soul Edge. Soul Calibur 2 will go down in the Forgotten Gaming Vault Hall of Fame. Guys, I'm gonna have another one out soon. I've been working on a lot of other things. Schedule's been absolutely crazy, but you know I keep content coming every single week. I'll see you guys on the next one.